Alright people, what's up everyone, and welcome to another video game collection video with your boy, GorTheMovieGod. What's up? I know, a little confusing, video games, GorTheMovieGod, but whatever. I am here to show you my PlayStation Portable PSP video game collection, and I'm excited. I've been wanting to do this one for the last couple months, and I figured I just recorded my Gore's recent game pickups video from, I guess, yesterday. I don't know, I'm recording it right after the last one, so I'm going to assume I'm going to put this up a day after. Who knows? It could be 2 days after, it could be weeks after, could never come out. You never know how I feel. But, yeah, I just recorded that, so I figured, I'm in the mood to do videos, so let me do this, because I've been wanting to do this. I've been wanting to do a PlayStation 2 and Xbox Original collection update as well, but those collections are insane, so that would actually take me a little too long. So this one's not too crazy, as you can see right here. Let me see if I can show you real quick. Here's a sneak peek at my PSP collection. That's it. It doesn't look like any more than, when it comes to games, definitely not any more than 50. I do have a lot of UMD movies, which I'm thinking maybe we should start with that just to get it out of the way, or maybe I should just save it for the end. I don't know, probably save it for the end when people are already getting tired of listening to me and showing off games. But everybody has been wanting to see a PSP collection. I'm actually surprised because I did a poll a couple weeks ago, which over 1,000 people voted on. Thank you so much to everybody that voted. And I think it was pretty close to PSP winning. I think overall, I think Xbox actually took it, but Xbox Original, but PSP was actually close second. So I was actually surprised. I forgot what was the third option because I had 3 options, but that one was nowhere near as big as PSP or Xbox. So I was actually surprised. I didn't think people would give a shit about PSP, but since my last one, which might have been never, or might have been years ago, I've acquired a lot of new PSP games. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them are not in-box games. A lot of them are actually loose, surprisingly. I mean, offer up, man. Most of the time when I find deals, it's usually for games that are not in the box. By the way, if you hear people in the background, still people are screaming and yelling. They're not playing Smash anymore. I went out there, they're playing Fortnite now, which I'd rather they play Smash, to be honest, but whatever. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you watch my Gore's recent game pickups video, you know my cousins are... Do you hear that? I have to deal with that all the time. Anyway, if you didn't hear that, it was a screech. Anyway, let's get to it. I have a lot of stuff, so that we should get to it. All right, I don't want this to be too long. We're gonna start with the games, and then we'll go to the UMD movies at the end. I don't even know what I just said. WMD? I don't even know. What did I just say? Alright, so move that out of the way. Alright, so I have 3 piles of games here, and I have a bunch of, as you might have seen, a bunch of loose UMD discs. Loose discs. You can still call it loose disc games. So let's get to the case games. Okay, first of all, we got, what was this? Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions. I've had this one for a very long time. It is a port of the original Final Fantasy Tactics. God damn it! And it's obviously like a remake, I think. Is it a port? I've never actually played it. Experience new CG cinematics, yeah, meet new characters, yeah, so it's pretty much a remake. So that's really cool. I always wanted to play it, but I never got around to it. I love the original Final Fantasy Tactics, by the way. Next is Twisted Metal Head-On, which I believe was a launch... I think it was a launch game for PSP, which is a damn good launch title. It's a pretty fun Twisted Metal game, one of the last ones to come out until the reboot that failed, and I didn't care for it, personally. But Twisted Metal Head-On, fun game. It's in there. There you go, man. Fun game, classic for the PlayStation Portable. I know some people probably get triggered when I say PlayStation Portable. I don't know. I just feel like someone probably would. Coated Arms Contagion, which I believe... Yeah, it is. It's actually the original Coated Arms. I remember getting this from, I think, a Blockbuster. I'm not even kidding. Like, back in 2009, 2010. And I was a little disappointed that I bought it. And it was really cheap. I think it said $9.99, but I think it was on sale for even cheaper. And I believe it was like $3 or $4. It was really cheap. So I bought it, and it was Coated Arms 1, which I was like, okay, that's fine, I guess. So there you go. I don't actually have Coated Arms Contagion. I have Coated Arms 1. Next is Monster Hunter Monster Hunter Freedom 2. I was going to say Monster Hunter 2 Freedom. That's not true. Monster Hunter Freedom 2, which I actually tried to get into this one. Didn't really get into it too much. The only Monster Hunter I ever actually kind of got into was the original one on the PS2. And that was only because me and my friends would play it all the time. And it would just be like try to figure it out, you know, cooking shit and hunting. It was fun, but I never really got into it, like into it. But the one I would say I actually almost got into was the original. Monster Hunter World, I tried, but I couldn't. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just, maybe it's just not a series made for me. Siphon Filter, Logan Shadow. Please bring back Siphon Filter. Okay, you did Days Gone, Ben Studios. That's cool. You sweep down the rug. It did really well. You're probably going to do a sequel. Whatever. But please, bring back Siphon Filter. You did a really good job with these PSP games. So, pretty sure that it was done, right? It doesn't even say. Where does it say who actually made this? Pretty sure it was Ben Studios that made these ones. But whatever. Next is Beaterator, which is a kind of like a music like you could just make music pretty much. That's all it really is. Like there's no need to over-explain this one. You just make music. It's fun. I tried to play it and I didn't really get into it too much, but it was fun. Daxter, of course, the original spin-off of the Jak and Daxter series. They also made a well, I guess it wasn't a spin-off. I guess it was technically a sequel, but they made that crappy-ass PSP and PS2 Jak and Daxter game that sucked. But this one was actually pretty good. I like Daxter. This is all. It tells the events before what happened in Jak 2 when Jak gets taken. This is in between Jak getting taken and Daxter showing up to try to save Jak. And it's fun. Next is actually a double pack of Secret Agent Clank and Daxter. So I have 2 copies of Daxter. This is a double pack I got from GameStop for, I think it was really cheap. I think it was like $2 or some shit. Like, they were just getting rid of these and it came with both of them. There you go. Bam. Different version of Daxter right there. Not the greatest hits. So that's cool. But, yeah, there you go. Double pack. There you go. Secret Agent Clank I actually never played. But I was never really into the Ratchet Clank games. I loved the first one, really loved the second one, and the third one I played a lot too, but I never really got into them to the point where I would always play them. You know, like the PS3 games didn't play almost any of those. like Tools of Destruction, I think I played the demo of. And I think I played, oh yeah, I did play that no, what was it called? Not Up Your Arsenal, that's the third game. What was the fucking, All for One, that's what it was called. I don't know why I thought Up, but... All for One, that crappy ass co-op one. Played that one. I don't know why I played it. Next is SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. I'm not even kidding. I used to play this game all the time, and the reason why I would play it is the general manager mode was so much fun. Just being able to like recruit superstars, you know, like my boy Batista and John Cena, both Hollywood movie stars now, which is funny, and be able to recruit them into either Raw or SmackDown, whichever one you picked, and like being able to like set up matches and get people popular, and you see the ratings and stuff. It was really fun. I really liked the general manager mode, and they never brought it back. I don't think. I think they technically did in the like 2007, 2008 or something, but I think they ditched it pretty soon after. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was introduced in this game. So, really fun. The load times, though, were insane on this game. I remember that. And that was mainly because it was a PSP. I also played it on PS2, but I would play it a lot on PSP just because, you know, just curl up in a ball, play a little PSP, you know what I mean? You know, get comfy, get in bed, do some general manager. You don't even need to worry about it. It's just menus, pretty much. Next is Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. I always like the Ratchet & Clank subtitles. They're always like... innuendos. Going commando, Up Your Arsenal, Size Matters, good stuff, funny shit. This one I didn't play too much of, but I remember thinking it was pretty impressive that it was a Ratchet & Clank game on the go. It worked, it was good. NBA Street Showdown. Remember the NBA Street games? So much fun, crazy shit you could do in that game. I remember playing the second one, Volume 2, all the time in class back in like 6th grade or 7th grade. Whenever we were done with whatever we were doing in like one particular class, we would always play for the last like 10 minutes. We played like one game of NBA Street Volume 2. We had a TV in there. It was like in the little movable like cabinet things, and we would just have one in the room. And my friend would always bring his PS2. He would leave it in his backpack and we'd just play. We'd set it up in the beginning of class before it started, and then we know at the last 10 minutes, if we're done with everything, we'd play. So, Not every time. Sometimes it would go on until the bell rang, but most of the time we were done pretty early. That class was pretty cool. It was a very chill class, as you could tell. It was fun. Anyway, Resistance Retribution. This is a third-person game in the Resistance series. And I remember trying to play this one, and I could not get over the fact that you would have to move the reticle with the freaking face button, so I didn't get too far into it. But from what I heard, it is actually a pretty good game, so maybe I should go back to it. Ain't happening. Tony Hawk's Underground 2 Remix. I don't think I ever played this one, but I heard it's a pretty good port. It's in there. I don't know why I haven't opened any of the other games. I don't know why. This one I think I got at a yard sale not too long ago. Come on. There you go. Bam. Next is SSX on Tour. I don't think I played this one, and to be honest, I think this came from the exact same yard sale I got Tony Hawk's from. So, and it's in there. But I don't think I ever played it. I did play it on Xbox, I think, or PS2. I forgot, but I don't. Well, was it called SSX on Tour? Yeah, I think it was on PS2, right? Yeah, I believe. I played the Wii one also, Blur, I think. That game sucked. Anyway, SOCOM U.S. Navy SEAL, Fireteam Bravo, one of the last, not one of the last, but one of the last couple really good SOCOM games, I should say, because Confrontation sucked. SOCOM 4 I never played because I heard it wasn't good. And I think one of the last Fireteam Bravo games wasn't that great. But this one was great. I loved it. I played a lot of it when it first came out. This is not my original copy. I think I actually rented it originally, but it is a nice copy. I like PSP games. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but I did. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Actually a fantastic port of this game. Online was really fun. Didn't have too many problems there. But main problem, you had to use the face, did I say face buttons before? I meant, no, that's face buttons, right? Yeah, like X circle, or I'm sorry, cross circle. Sony has announced that the X is now pronounced as cross, which is ridiculous. But the X, circle, triangle, whatever, to move the reticle, which was annoying, but it actually wasn't too bad with this game, I remember. I just liked it. I just love Battlefront 2, so. Alright, so now we got to the first game that doesn't have the original case. This is Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. It's actually from a Best Buy pre-owned case. And it is actually sealed. I don't know why they seal their pre-owned games. I guess so that people don't steal them in the store, but they usually put them in like one of those like protective cases anyway. So every time I saw something pre-owned, which they don't sell pre-owned anymore at Best Buy, but when they used to, it would always be like inside like a case or whatever. So it really didn't even matter. But yeah, all right. I got Vice City Stories, just not complete. And I'm sure at least I'm assuming it's in there. I've never opened it actually, so something's in there. Anyway, Untold Legends Brotherhood of the Blade, which I could be wrong, but it's not in there. Yeah, it's in my PSP. So this one's not in there, even though it is. It's in my PSP. That was the last game I actually tried to play. I don't know why I felt the need to take out my PSP, which that sounds weird, to whip out the PSP and play some games, and I actually never played this game, so I put it in my PSP, and it was a fun little, like a Diablo-style beat-em-up kind of slasher RPG, whatever. I'm just throwing out words. RPG. It was fun. I think that was a launch title also. I could be wrong, but I think it was. Killzone Liberation. Now, unlike Resistance Retribution, which, of course, Resistance is a first-person shooter franchise on PS3, this game decided not to even go the third-person route or even the shooter route and went for more of a tactical, kind of XCOM-ish kind of strategy game, and it actually worked out. It was actually pretty good from what I remember playing. Not even gonna lie, this might actually be my favorite Killzone game. I'm not a big fan of the Killzone franchise though, so that's not saying much. But this one actually tried to do something different besides just being another fucking lame-ass first-person shooter with dumb-ass lore that sucks. So that's gonna upset some people, but you know what? Whatever. Get used to it. Get used to it. People are gonna say stuff you don't like. It's time to grow up. Anyway, next. I think it has dumb lore. Whatever. The Hellgas are stupid, old, whatever. I don't even get into it. Alright, so next is a GameStop case, and that is for Rock Band Unplugged, which was a Rock Band game for PSP that required you to switch to different screens and stuff. I remember, and it was very weird, but it was kind of fun. So, oh, here's another copy of Killzone Liberation. I don't know why I have another copy. I think. If I remember correctly, I think PSP GameStop was getting rid of a lot of their PSP games, and they were really cheap, so I just bought a bunch of them. and that was one of them. It was really cheap, so I was just like, let me get it. God of War Chains of Olympus, which is the first game in the God of War series on the PSP. And obviously you can tell it's one of those sealed used games, so hopefully it's in there. But it's a really fun game. It's God of War. If you like God of War, you'll like that game. Next is Blitz Overtime for the PSP. I actually got this at a Goodwill for $2.50. It says $4.99 on it, but I got it half off because that's how I roll. And that was a good deal. I mean, it's a game that goes for a little bit, so I can't really talk about the game too much because I never played it. But I played the PS2 and 360 versions of Blitz 1 and Blitz 2, and they're definitely different from the original Blitz games, that's for sure. M-rated, for sure. Xrays, kind of like in the vein of like something like Sniper Elite, except whenever you get hit in the groin, your balls like explode. And at least in Sniper Elite it makes sense because you're actually shooting them. But in this game, like I remember, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm just envisioning it wrong, but every time you get hurt in that game, I feel like my testicles would be the first thing that fucking rupture or whatever. And I could be wrong here, but I believe, maybe I'm just thinking of Sniper Elite here when it comes to X-rays. I believe there's times where your testicles would get hurt so much you would actually see semen come out of them. I swear I remember that. Maybe I'm thinking of Sniper Elite, or maybe I'm thinking of some weird shit I watched on the internet. I don't know. But this game series was fucking over the top, and there was no reason for it to be like that. But I liked it. It was fucking stupid, that's for sure. Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. Really liked the anime. I only watched like maybe half of it. I watched the original movie over and over again. I love that movie. But I only watched about half of that anime. But this game itself is actually pretty good, except the main problem is you have to use the face buttons to fucking move the gun because it's a first-person shooter. So immediately, it gets taken down a couple pegs because it's hard to control. If there was a second analog stick, it would have been great. It actually would have been pretty damn good because the story was good, the voice acting was good, the graphics look great for the time. It's just didn't have that second analog stick. Alright, now I have a bunch of, I'm just going to go through these real quick because I have a bunch of GameStop games here. Assassin's Creed Bloodline. I guess maybe I should show off the game. There you go, bam. This game is the first PSP Assassin's Creed game, also the only one. It was fun. It worked. Grip Shift, which is like a, I could be wrong, but I think this is like a, here it is by the way. I think this is a platformer racing game, and if it's a game I'm thinking of, it was actually pretty cool. Popolo Cross, which I can't remember what it is exactly, but I never played it. I just remember it coming out. I think it's like a farming type of game, which that made me really excited. Actually, I should play that. I have another copy of Siphon Filter Logan's Shadow. I believe this is a bundle of stuff I got from GameStop at one time. Obviously, they're GameStop cases, but I'm pretty sure that these games were all from GameStop because they were super cheap, so I bought them. Ghost Rider. There it is. Which is actually not too bad of a game. Honestly, probably better than a movie. 300 March to Glory, which I think this is actually in my PSP case. So, it's not in here. It's the only video game based on 300, which is very surprising. You would immediately think they would make a game based on that movie, and they did, but it was only for the PSP, and it was fucking doo-doo. It was bad. And Ren Goku, The Tower of Purgatory. This was a launch title, and this one actually had some hype building up for it, and it was terrible. I remember XPlay giving it a 1 out of 5. I was like, whoa! Maybe it was a 2 out of 5. I think it was a 1 out of 5. It got bad reviews, but it was like one of the games that people were like, "Oh yeah, when PSP comes out, it's gonna be one of the big games. It's gonna be good. It looks good." And then the game came out, and everybody was like, "Ooh, no!" And then they made a sequel, which I heard was a little bit better, but still bad. Alright, now let's go back to the in-box games. Lumines 2, just picked this up recently for like $3 on eBay. Love Lumines 1. I'm actually surprised I don't have Lumines 1 here. Maybe I got rid of it. That's sad. Sad day. This one I picked up about a year ago at this point. This is the Silent Hill Experience. Technically a UMD movie, but I put it in the games section of my PSP collection because Did that rhyme? Section collection. Yeah, it did. Look at that. The Silent Hill experience. What was I saying? Oh, because it's based on Silent Hill, and it's actually a really creepy little like motion comic kind of thing. It's sealed. I'm probably gonna keep it sealed because I watched it when I was a kid, and it fucking freaked me out. I watched that like I think right before I started playing Origins, which I do not have in my collection. I thought I had it. I swear I thought, but I think I might have gotten rid of it. I need to pick it up. I do have it on PS2, so it's not like I don't have the game. Just don't have it for PSP. Patapon 2, which I think it was real, like super cheap. Either that or I think I picked this up at. Oh no, that's right. It was in an offer-up pickup recently, like a bundle of games. Sid Meier's Pirates, which is a port of the Xbox version of the remake, I think, of the original PC game, or was it? It was a PC game that got ported to Xbox, or was it remade to Xbox? Anyway, that PSP game is the Xbox version. And I never played it, but I always wanted to because it looked pretty good. And I like the Sid Meier's games. Next is Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops Plus. Sadly, I do not have the regular Portable Ops, but I have the Plus version. There you go, saluting. That's to you. Alright. Next is Kingdom of Paradise. I actually remember this game. I think it was also kind of it's either a launch title or it came out really close after the PSP came out. It was like just like a role-playing action game, I think. I don't even know if it was actually a role-playing game. I think it was just a fighting game. But Kingdom of Power or Paradise, whatever. Just making up my own name. Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. So this is a sub-series to the Freedom series of Monster Hunter. I don't know, or it's just the third game, or it's not the first game. It wouldn't make any sense. Unite and then just 2. That'd be weird. So there we go. Next is Alien Syndrome, which is, I think, I could be wrong. Yeah, let me look. It is. I think it's a twin-stick shooter, except there's no twin stick for the PSP, so I think you just use the face buttons again. So I never played it, but I'm assuming it didn't work out. Coated Arms. So now I have 2 copies of that. Sadly, when I opened it, it was just the regular version of Coated Arms. So yeah, can't swap any UMD discs there. I just have 2 copies of Coated Arms now. Metal Gear Acid. Picked this up on eBay for like $3 plus $3 shipping. So now I just need the second one. I remember playing this one actually when it first came out. I actually really liked it. It had like kind of card-based combat. It was really cool. And the last one, I think this is the last game actually. And then we'll be doing the loose games, and then we'll be doing the UMDs. And this is, or the movies, whatever. Parappa the Rapper. Brand new seal. They got this for super cheap on OfferUp. I think it was like $2-3 plus like $5 shipping. It's like a $10 game sealed, but I kind of wanted it anyway. So I might even open that and play it in the future because I heard the PS4 remake, or not even remake, just port. I guess, was it just a port? I guess it was like a definitive edition. I guess kind of. I heard it was not very good. So I heard the PSP version's pretty good though. So, alright, just moving shit over. Alright, let me move the UMD movies. I'm definitely going to just, like, show the UMD movies real quick and not really talk about them too much. Unless it's a movie that's really good, I guess. Alright, so now let's get to the loose disc games, which there's plenty of, so let's just get straight to it. First one is Capcom Classics Collection Remixed. Sorry if I can't zoom it in. Next is, what is it, Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max. Make sure I don't want to cover that there. I got a lot of freaking loose PSP games. Scarface, The World Is Yours, I think? Or is it, yeah, no, it's Money, Power, Respect. So it's not The World Is Yours. That's the PS2 game and the Xbox game, which is a great game, by the way. I love that game. Sorry, let me just shift my seat a little bit. Alright. Next. Got most of these from actually another OfferUp bundle. So next is Pinball, the Hall of Fame, the Gottlieb Collection, which I love pinball, so that's a good pickup. Call of Duty Road to Victory, which is cool. I like Call of Duty. 50 Cent Bulletproof, and probably the best thing I got from OfferUp in general when it comes to PSP games is Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles. I had to remember what the fuck it was called. The Dracula X Chronicles. Just need the box for this one. So I guess I'll look online to see if I can find one. And that would be cool. Alright, last one. And then we'll get to this white case. Which I don't think there's anything really cool in that one. Oh shit. Oh no. Me drop games. Excuse me. Alright. This one's actually really cool. Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. That's actually like a $20 game right there. What's this? Naruto Ultimate Ninja Heroes 3. And I believe I have another Naruto game. I do. Heroes 2. See that? Whatever. And the last one in here is Dante's Inferno, which was a fun game on 360. If you ever wanted to bring the devil's giant dick with you on the go, then this is a perfect game for you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go play Dante's Inferno. And play it all the way through. Then you'll know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, you'll know. Just keep your mouth closed, just in case. Alright, so let's get to this, and then we'll do the PSP movies. Alright, so you can see, bam. And then down the other side, bam. Alright, oh, here's 300. Well, there you go. Let's start off with that. Actually, I don't want to take them out, so I'm just going to zoom in. Here's 300. What's this one? That's Ridge Racer? Is that Ridge Racer? Ridge Racer! It's Ridge Racer! Ridge Racer! Medal of Honor Heroes 2? What is this? Ghost Recon 2? Oh, I'm sorry. Ghost Recon Future Warfare? Advanced Warfighter. Sorry, Future Warfare is the... something else. There you go. And that's the first page, I guess. And then the second page, you got X-Men Origins Wolverine, which is way better on the Xbox because it's M-rated. Oh, here it is. Wait, is this Untold Legends? No, this is the second game, I think. This is the second Untold Legends game. I'm pretty sure the other one's in my PSP. Need for Speed Carbon, Own the City. And Medal of Honor Heroes 1. So there you go. There you go. You want to see them better. There you go. And then, bam, here's another shot. Bam. Alright. Didn't want to take them out because it's actually hard to take them out of there. Alright, so now let's get to the PSP movies. I'm not going to lie, a lot of these I actually got at one time because I only had a few when the PSP was originally, you know, a thing I used to play all the time. I only got a couple. Like, I got... I'll show you. I'll tell you the ones I got originally when they first came out. But most of these I actually got way after because one of my dollar stores, I think it was Dollar Tree. I don't know if you have Dollar Tree wherever you live, but Dollar Tree is just it's a dollar store. Everything's $1, and they had a ton of PSP movies, just brand new, factory sealed, trying to get rid of them. And I bought a good like 10 or 12 of them in just one. I was just like, screw it, let me buy them. And most of the ones that you're gonna see here are from that. So let's get to it. Starship Troopers 3 Marauder. I have yet to see this, and I don't think I want to. I heard it's better than the second one. The second one is it's bad. It's a really bad movie. I hate that fucking second one. I love the first one. Hitch, which I believe I actually bought because I actually liked Hitch. I believe I got this, or I might have gotten it at a yard sale. I don't know. Hollow Man, that's a dollar store one, just like Starship Troopers was. Hollow Man, fun little movie, some awkward special effects at times, but bloody, a little weird, but just like Starship Troopers, one at least, it is a Paul Verhoeven movie, and is it? Hollow Man is Paul Verhoeven, right? I'm pretty sure it is, right? Yeah, I was right. So that's cool. Superbad. There it is. I'm pretty sure I bought that one myself. Either that or I got it at a yard sale, which means I bought it anyway. But Family Guy, the Stewie, what is it called? Family Guy presents Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story, all new, outrageous, uncensored. This is where the grind my gears shit came from, I believe. And I actually used to like this a lot. It was funny, and I'm pretty sure I got this for Christmas back when the PSP was still new. Steam Boy, which is a game, no it's not, it's a movie that I thought I would really like, but I actually didn't really care for it. And I'm not even gonna lie, I actually watched it on PSP. The first time ever I watched it on PSP. It was during a hurricane that happened a few years ago, and I had no electricity, and I didn't have a DVD player, a portable one at the time. So I was like, I guess I got some PSP movies, so I watched this, and yeah, it was great. It was great. Except the movie wasn't great. It was just great to watch something on the PSP, I should say. House of Flying Daggers. That's a great movie. Not as good as Crouching Tiger, but really good. Or Hero, but really good. Layer Cake. This is the first time I saw a movie with Daniel Craig, and I went, that guy is amazing. I hope he plays James Bond. I never said that. But I thought he was great in this movie. And it's from the guy that directed Kingsman, Matthew Vaughn. Ong Bak the Thai Warrior, which is a great little... little action movie. I highly recommend it. Tony Jaa, good stuff. Good stuff. That Tony Jaa. The Interpreter. The International, which is a movie starring Clive Owen, and I'm a fan of Clive Owen. And I like Naomi Watts. I don't think I ever watched this one though. That is a Dollar Store movie also. Bad Boys. That's Dollar Store also. Of course, classic. New one's coming out soon. The Brothers Grimm, which of course Matt Damon and my boy Heath Ledger, rest in peace. I actually enjoyed this movie quite a bit. It's kind of like Van Helsing in a way, where they took a thing that was not so stupid and weird, and they turned it stupid and weird. But it's from Terry Gilliam. There you go. I had to remember his name. I didn't want to look at the back of the box. Spider-Man, that was actually from the Dollar Store, so that's cool. Great classic movie. Final Fantasy Spirits Within, that was a Dollar Store. I don't actually hate that movie. I know a lot of people do, but I kind of like it. I thought it was okay. For the time, at least. I'm sure if I watch it now, I'll be like, ugh. But for the time, it was pretty good. Labyrinth, of course, classic. Everybody else was watching Dark Crystal and thinking it was amazing. I was sitting here freaking dance the magic dance. Love Labyrinth. Great film. Spider-Man 2, which I believe I bought that myself because I love Spider-Man 2. Behind Enemy Lines, I'm pretty sure that was a Dollar Store movie. There's Something About Mary. I'm pretty sure that was also a Dollar Store movie. Let me just grab all the rest of them and get through it quick. The Rock, which is, I guess I got that at GameStop. I don't remember buying that. Might have been a Dollar Store. I mean, not Dollar Store. It might have been a yard sale pickup. Because I picked up a few of these at a yard sale. I definitely know that. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story. One of my favorite comedies ever. I highly recommend this one. Really funny. I was about to quote it. I don't want to quote it. Just trust me, if you are someone that gets sick of musical biopics and how like obvious and fucking like the same they are, if you love Bohemian Rhapsody, then don't watch this, because this movie will make you not like that movie, because this parodies the shit out of that movie 11 years before the freaking movie even came out. Like it's so good. I love that movie. But it's really more of a parody of Walk the Line and Ray. Those are two, especially Walk the Line. Stripes, Bill Murray, great film. That's a Dollar Store pickup, and I was happy to pick that one up. This one especially. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, excuse me. Classic movie. Classic, funny, hilarious, just like Walk Hard. I love it. And the last one is Doom. Doom. I actually bought this at GameStop for like $10 back when I didn't have that much money to my name, and I watched this movie so many times because I loved Doom when I was a kid, and even though this movie sucked and it was nothing like Doom, I watched it all the time because it was Doom, and also I was a huge fan of The Rock, so I mean right there, that's like two of my favorite things smushing together. The Rock, Doom. If that could happen now, that would be amazing. But I don't think it's in the cards. I don't think The Rock would say yes to. Well, it seems like The Rock would say yes to anything at this point. But there you go. That is my entire PSP collection. And that's all the movies. That's all the games. And that's it. So I would say that was a success. That was fun, right? You had fun? I had fun. Put in the comments if you had fun. Put in the comments if you watched the whole thing, too. I would like to know. But there you go. That is it. Let me know what your favorite PSP game is. Also, my favorite PSP game is probably Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Played that all the time. I'm actually surprised I didn't show that here. I might have gotten rid of it. I mean, it's one of my favorites, and I don't have it anymore, so don't take my word for it, obviously. Also, there was a game called The Club, I think, which was like a fighting game. I remember really enjoying that game. So that's another one. I don't know. That's just a little, like a guilty pleasure, I guess, because it's not a very good game, but I really enjoyed it. But anyway, there you go. That is it. I got some in my eye, and then people are screaming in the living room. I'm having a good day. Anyway, there you go. Bye. I love you. Bye.